Following at the bar radio here with Ace Hood. As you can see, he's already at the bar because he got some Ciroc. But I got to say, we just see Ace Hood and Lil Genuine dude. I salute you. I salute you. Like, just your humble and stuff. I appreciate that. We need artists like you. That's it. At the bar.
Yeah, at the bar radio.
Yeah. You already know this the king of Philly, man. At the bar radio, man. You already know. Right.
Where to get lit at? You on your own. Just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road. Cause this that planning, this that get back. It's a different day, no, it's same story, nigga. I've been winning, retire like I'm Robert Horry, nigga. They just thought they knew me, but I'm here to make my story bigger. Keep that Laker 40 with me. Always know I had that clipper. She act good again on my vote, bet I'm gon' skip her. If they start getting out of line, I bet I'm gon' get them. Pack a bag and book a flight, so they know I'm always tripping. I've been Scotty with the right, so they always know I'm pimping. Well, I always say I got haters, cause they just know I'm living. Word to my bro that came on, they just know I got a vision. The stove gotta stay on, so no product missing. Government want us to stay home, go broke for politicians. Had to carry that weight, never dealt with the opposition. My homie tryna beat the case when he had no pot to piss. I'm tryna cop a bird, but he caught up with all them pigeons. And I can never chase when ain't no love when you got them riches. I'm all alone, I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. I'm all alone, I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. Yeah. Alright.
Hey, Tuna, you made this?
I'm all alone, I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. I'm all alone, I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. It's a different day, no, it's same story, nigga. I've been winning, retire like I'm Robert Horry, nigga. They just thought they knew me, but I'm here to make my story bigger. Keep that Laker 40 with me, always know I had that clipper. She act good again on my vote, bet I'm gon' skip her. If they start getting out of line, I bet I'm gon' get them. Pack a bag and book a flight, so they know I'm always tripping. I've been Scotty with the right, so they always know I'm pimping. Well, I always say I got haters, cause they just know I'm living. Word to my bro that came on, they just know I got a vision. The stove gotta stay on, so no product missing. Government want us to stay home, go broke for politicians. Had to carry that weight, never dealt with the opposition. My homie tryna beat the case when he had no pot to piss. I'm tryna cop a bird, but he caught up with all them pigeons. And I can never chase when ain't no love when you got them riches. I'm all alone, I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. I'm all alone, I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back.
I'm from the city where the fat niggas die too. Don't nobody know you run my way, then don't slide through. And don't get it twisted, slim, my young niggas ride too. What get you hit? Leaking out your fit like a side boob. You been lied to. I heard the meek shall inherit the earth. With being meek unless you mills, you'll inherit a hearse. Hustler's heart, I inherit at birth. So if it's 9 to 5 don't feed my kids shit, I do whatever that works. I'm selling weed, water, pistols, and prescriptions for perks. Selling fish gills and still selling bread at the church. It ain't nothing to make a zip flip twice on the first. I got $1 million mind to put my life in reverse. So what I'm supposed to do, just let the money sit there? I ain't where I want to be, I flip up till I get there. In this world, I know this even freedom ain't free. And the rich get rich by daily praying on the weak. I know it can't just be me, Lord. I know y'all understand. I know it can't just be me, y'all. I know they understand, my man. I'm a young Trinity boy, Southside thuggin', making something out of nothing, so the whole world love them. Speed light for my G's over keys and percussion, so they can see past diesel and freeze while they hustling. T told me a few weeks before they cuffed him, only winners eat dinner. If you loafing, then you lunching. Let that breathe, I think he was on to something. Only winners eat dinner. If you loafing, then you lunching. I feel like you finally sunk in. Whether you got work or gotta work, either way, you gotta punch in. All this sleeping to get you tucked in, but don't be flipping for them tricks, get rich and stunt then. This $1 billion business and clearly I want in. Speed limit 65, my drive on 110. I'm from the land of the free and the home of the brave. When you're a slave if you ain't getting paid, I know it can't just be me. Boy, I'm a ride. Since day one, I've been about mine. Rest in peace to the real ones that die. Got me feeling like the illest alive. If a nigga tell you different, he lie. Brother, you can see the shit in my eyes. On the front line whenever it's time. Got me feeling like the illest alive. 100 forever, bullshit to the side. Get yours, cause I'ma get mine. By any means, young is gon' survive. Got me feeling like the illest. Got me feeling like the illest. Got me feeling like the illest alive. Got me feeling like the illest. Boy, I'm a dog, let the crow my dog. Did you kill my dog? We don't have no leashes, so shit can get greasy if you get the geek. And it's thick like a flat bro, so pleasure allegiance to me. I've been working on fighting my demons, but they keep haunting me in my dreams. They say it's money outside, and you in here sleeping. I rush back disturbing the face. See, man, I'm up right now, but you had to be down when my niggas was down just to see what I mean. On the scene for you niggas to see what I see. Unthinkable things that I've done for this cream. Cash rules everything around me, especially in the gutter where them fuckers found me. Have a nigga put cash on it, that's a bounty. I be quick to pick it up like bounty. What is you talking about, boy? I'm a ride. Since day one, I've been about mine. Rest in peace to the real ones that die. Got me feeling like the illest alive. If a nigga tell you different, he lie. Brother, you can see the shit in my eyes. On the front line whenever it's time. Got me feeling like the illest alive. 100 forever, bullshit to the side. Get yours, cause I'ma get mine. By any means, young is gon' survive. Got me feeling like the illest. Got me feeling like the illest. Got me feeling like the illest alive. Got me feeling like the illest. To the niggas that really know about me, know the game wouldn't be the same without me. I've been putting in big work out in the county. In the district, you can get it for a bounce fee, but the best thing you can do for me is doubt me. Cause you niggas always running at the mouthpiece. I don't want none of you friendly niggas to scout me. You heard about me, but don't know nothing about me. See, the problem you losers don't live by the code. I was raised by a gangster, that's all that I know. I said what there is to be so, without ever selling my soul. If they catch me out cold, I ain't telling the soul, but these weak niggas fold. By the time you hit the court, ain't no telling who. But what he done told, he done took the cigarette, shook hands with them folks, and now he gotta go. Fuck is you talking about, boy? I'm a ride. Since day one, I've been about mine. Rest in peace to the real ones that die. Got me feeling like the illest alive. If a nigga tell you different, he lie. Cause you can see the shit in my eyes. On the front line whenever it's time. Got me feeling like the illest alive. 100 forever, bullshit to the side. Get yours, cause I'ma get mine. By any means, youngest gon' survive. Got me feeling like the illest. Got me feeling like the illest. Got me feeling like the illest alive. Got me feeling like the illest.
They want me to be who I'm not, telling me if I just follow that I could be hot. Your attitude shitty, sip you some Henny, can pop you a perky, come and get litty. Get on the drip, toss you a band, put an extension and beam on the pistol. Your bitch got her ass, gon' make it bigger. You may as well go and run up on a figure. I got a suggestion, stay on my business. I make you wish that I didn't react. They told me my day was approaching, they couldn't have been so believable. Stay in the facts, off with your head, bring your memory back. The outer limits where I'm mentally at, in a pile of bitches on an island chilling, the Bahamas living in my energy back. Maybe it's better this way. Maybe it's better this way. Maybe it's better. Maybe I'm better. Maybe it's better this way. Maybe it's better this way. Maybe it's Told my mama I'ma flood the streets and I was only working with a little bubble. Tell a nigga talking cheap, can't be broken hating, homie, gon' pick a struggle. Main girl ain't the same girl as the last girl, wanna meet each other. Said I'ma need to pick shit, I did, told him I'ma need a double. I just wanna make the team proud, point blank making bank shots. On fire, boom shakalaka, envy a jam from the same spot. Who do they want me to be? They rather see my defeat. But until the sun shines on a dog's ass, he'll get put to sleep. This is a carbon assault. Stick up, tear your establishment policy up. DC, my city, Pallon Street up. Jack in the pot, got lottery luck. Killing the scene, it gotta be us. Vivian James with the quality touch. I'm done with the modesty, back being arrogant. Feeling the hate, give my body a rush. Maybe it's better this way. Maybe it's better, maybe I'm better. Maybe it's better this way. I'm in OT tryna get it crackin', I'm feeling better today. Nigga, this skill got me this ill, but I'm ducking COVID today. Maybe it's better this way. Maybe it's better, maybe I'm better. Maybe it's better this way. God body, I'm in God mode, and I'm running through heaven today. But you gon' have hell to pay. Maybe it's better. Punchline at the punchline, give them one time for the one time. Main lady where bond going, when her ass shake, I hear a drum line. And the cookie got a snatch to it, when I go to eat it, I get tongue tied. She saying before you bangin', let me put the polish on and make the gun shine. Booking shit solo, I'm mostly alone on the phonies, and here we could part ways. I've been impatiently patient, I'm asking the waitress how long for the entree. No need for rehearsing, I play my position, all action, I'm scripting. My life is a movie, Die Hard with a vengeance, or is it Pineapple Express, cause bitch I get lift. I listen to Victory Lap like an audio book. You play with my paper, you ought to be shook. Been sick and I'm tired of you wanna be crook. Still fire that dope in the pharmacy book. All of my split personalities, only one matters. So fuck if you hate it, you smile in my face while you talking shit about me. So fuck if you fall on your face. Cause I'ma be me, all the way out, love it or leave it. It's better this way, we had a good run, been a pleasure to meet you. Been a pleasure to meet you.
Everything's fine.
Sight. Fuck you.
Better.
Okay.
It's flame pimpin'. I know that it's lit, I just pulled up. Hop out like a bank with the roll of my jeans. Nike on me, check. Made me happy just to do it to him. Fuck 12, put that on the ruler. Bullet fragments all in your medulla. Break his leg, nice nickname Scooter. Green fingers thumbing through all the moolah. Flippin' dub, that's a W. Fuck around and make it one bowl. Flippin' dub, now we making M's. Make the whole trap do the mumbo. Kill you pussy niggas softly. Have them thinking they in limbo. Bout my cheese, Tom and Jerry. Crambo. On my shit and I'm a 90s baby. Early 90s for the other side. Old school, come and holler at me. I ain't claiming nothing after 95. 96 do a trick on the dick. 97 be fucking for nothing. 98 another nigga named Justin. Same name, but it ain't in the question. Jock and me is still dick right. Get the hell out my way, ho. Eyes on me like some sunglasses. Gotta shine on them what they made for. If I'm a ball on them, shot call on them. I'm a 16 to a 24. If you do the math, that ain't really bad. I ain't double up, but I was fucking close. Ask around, they say I do the most. Looking for me, nigga, something like a ghost, and it's a hunt, nigga. Get smoked like a blunt, nigga. Looking like a liquor, you a cunt, nigga. You can't afford to smoke, cause I'm brunch, nigga. I'm an exotic breed, and you lunch, nigga. Big shit out the bunch, nigga. Big B's on you bum, niggas. I just pulled up in the Maybach. Millennial bitches like, what's that? Ain't that pussy to drive where out my thumbtacks. While I switch up the groove like an A-track. She told me go deeper, I love it. I don't even wanna pull out. Then I remember what my daddy told me. Good pussy, break your bank account. Shake back, we having fun now. Fucked up the pack and we done learn now. Going to jail, all cool and all, but I be dumb as hell to try to stick around. It's my money and I want it now. You can get wet, cause the check worth it. Head spinning like a pirouette. Line jumping like it's doing burpees. Push up and I let out. Mechanical stick with the let out. Big kick, you don't wanna see the pedal. Kiss the tip, tongue out, heavy metal. Balls on balls on balls. Spin this shit like a mouthful of Zans. Jigging this in my goddamn squad. Well, hood in this bitch, you think we the clan. Bitches, they think I'm the man. I would help out your man, but it keep on being a bitch. That's that shit I can't stand. All in this hoe with a bag of shit. Basic ass hoe wanna brag and shit. Shut the fuck up, come and gag the dick. Hit a sprint when I bust cause I had the ticket. Flight overseas and I'm over COVID-19. I come with a total durity and you niggas is total. Keep an eye on me, might as well take a photo. Hello moto, black and the white and I'm whipping the cocoa. We all call mulatto. Catching me nigga, you gon' need a shuttle. You heard me once, I do no rebuttals. Yeah.
Glizzy, what you cooking up?
Yeah. Get 'em flame, get 'em flame, get 'em. This what they want? Yeah, bitches flame, look.
Oh yeah. Every time that I pop out, I be bringing all this guap out. Black bottles go black out. It be bringing all the thoughts out. Oh man, every time that I pop out, big drip bring the mop out. New coupe, drop the top down. Cause I got it on lock now. Oh yeah, every time that I pop out. Every time that I pop out. Every time that I pop out. A young nigga pop out clean, I mean every time that I pop out. Every time that I pop out. Every time that I pop out. A young nigga pop out clean, I mean every time that I pop out. I'm more like a top out. Look, I can't even walk down the block now. This how it is when you got clout. Yeah, I got a bad bitch, she a knockout. People champ like the rock out. Piggy ring with the rock out. I ain't playing like an NBA lockout. Look, I ain't even had to bring the clock out. Why? They fuck with me hard in my city. I'm a big dog in the yard in my city. Respect from the G's and the broads in my city. No religion, I live like a god in my city. I run it, you can't even jog in my city. They miss me whenever I'm gone from my city. Touchdown just to throw on the yards in my city. Oh Lord, I do it all for my city. And everywhere that I go, I ain't gotta tell them, they already know. It must be my shine, it must be my glow. I told them before that whenever I show, it's a show. Tell me, have you checked the scope? It's a blowout and they already asking for more. I've been fly for a while now, so yeah. Every time that I pop out, I be bringing all this guap out. Black bottles go black out. It be bringing all the thoughts out. Oh man, every time that I pop out, big drip bring the mop out. New coupe, drop the top down. Cause I got it on lock now. Oh yeah, every time that I pop out. Every time that I pop out. Every time that I pop out. A young nigga pop out clean, I mean every time that I pop out. Every time that I pop out. Every time that I pop out. A young nigga pop out clean, I mean like yeah, you cool, but tell me fool, what's cooler than super? These hoes love me like I'm Luther, and I'm clean as a loofah. You just blowing smoke like a hookah. But shouts to my shooter, play dumb and this shit, it get stupid. Like he made a move on the movement, and that's why he ain't moving. I am what you would call booming. Greatest gas in the air, so I'm boofing. She smell it, your duck is ghosting. I burn a zip for amusement. Cause when you move high, I be moving, and people can't help but be tuned in. It's a vibe, boy, they be glued in. Man, them haters be fuming. Nigga can't help that we winning, you losing. She dig it, that's what she choosing. Ain't nothing new. Cool, I'm coolin', you know how I do's it. What's there to rap about? I'm super, what's there to act about? Hop in the whip, tense blacked out, and just pop your bitch and pop back out. Like, every time that I pop out, I be bringing all this guap out. Black bottles go block out. It be bringing all the thoughts out. Oh man, every time that I pop out, big drip bring the mop out. New coupe, drop the top down. Cause I got it on lock now. Oh yeah, every time that I pop out, pop out. Every time that I pop out, pop out. Every time that I pop out, pop out. A young nigga pop out clean, I mean. Every time that I pop out, pop out. Every time that I pop out, pop out. Every time that I pop out, pop out. A young nigga pop out clean, I mean. Every time that I pop out. Every time that I pop out, every time that I pop out. A young nigga pop out clean, I mean. Every time that I pop out. Every time that I pop out, a young nigga. Flex me, dumbass. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yo. Okay. So now we are live. Thank y'all for tuning in to At the Bar. We gave you a quick video mix. You know, of course, we started a little bit late. It's At the Bar, so of course, you know, I'm very sober. Let's just be honest.
It's week one of the NFL season, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, you know, with a name like 151, you tend to drink a lot. And then when you deal with some of the people who I work with, you really tend to drink a lot.
So sad.
Yeah. CP3. So it's week one of it. First of all, before we get to sports, let's just recognize 9/11. Because I didn't even realize until you did your post game show that today was actually 9/11. One of the most horrific days in my life. I was a manager at KB Toys. I will never forget it. I woke up to seeing a plane crashing into the Twin Towers. I'm originally from New York. Riding the subway, it was normal to have bomb scares about the Twin Towers, and you'd have to jump off the train like that was normal. One year when I was there was the blind sheik who tried to blow up the Twin Towers with a van, I believe, full of explosives from the underneath. So it was a very scary day for me because I was in Atlanta, and this is back when people had really, really crappy cell phones. But your cell phone would stay charged for like 4 days.
Okay.
So I was the only one that had a charger, and I had my two-way pager. And when I woke up, I saw it. You know, I'm trying to call my mom. No service. I'm trying to call my father in New York. No service. My cousin works by the Pentagon. No service. So the only way I was able to communicate with my staff was through a two-way pager. And then the funniest conversation I had with one of my ex-assistants, I was like, close the store. He was at Pentagon City Mall. And he was like, but won't I get in trouble? I was like, no. And he was like, why? I was like, because everybody that can get you in trouble is sitting here with me, and none of them have a working cell phone but me. And the phone lines aren't working anyway. So you can always blame it on me. It's just I'll tell them I told you. I don't give a fuck.
So he closed the store, um, and but it was just it was a very trying day. And I say that because there's some people that you got conspiracy people that think 9/11 is fake. Um, that's their prerogative. I don't. We had a gentleman in True Radio. Um, you know, he put Will Smith dancing, and as the towers was falling, and he thought it was funny. And I talked to my old partner GLP, and I was like, yo, that ain't cool. And GLP, talked to the dude, and when I saw him, he wanted to apologize. Some shit you can't apologize for.
Right.
Oh, I ain't know. What the fuck didn't you know? Well, I ain't know that you was from New York, and I ain't know that. I said, I don't want to hear none of that shit. Like, if you don't do stuff like that, you don't have to worry about apologizing. But, it's not about that, about the honor of that day. But that day took me, I didn't ride a plane for like 11 years after that. Like, I really did. I did like that. Because the funny thing is, see, on 9/10, which is funny, is my mother's address, I flew out of, I think it was Dulles Airport. And then 9/11 happened the next day. And then for like a long time, I was really quick to get on the plane because we would getting on planes since we was little. And then 9/11 happened. That shit stopped that shit real quick.
Right.
We literally flew out the same airport that day that the planes came. The one that hit I think it was the one that either the one that they hit the Pentagon or the one that hit they came from the one that came from here. We flew from the same airport.
Right.
And then it was just crazy after that. I remember going to the airport, picking one of my friends up. I used to have a chain that had a knife on it. And because after 9/11, they were like, oh, you can't even walk through this motherfucker like that. It was like, tuck your chain. I was like, what the fuck? It was like, tuck your chain. You can't. Either that or go home.
And what's crazy is my kid who just graduated, I was pregnant with her, who just graduated from college. Yeah.
And that's a big congratulations. You have a college graduate now. That's why you wasn't with us last week.
But I was pregnant with her on 9/11.
Oh, you were?
And I was in Norfolk, Virginia. For those who don't know, I went to Norfolk State. If you watch this show, you probably would know that. But I was having my baby shower with my friends that were still down in Norfolk.
Did you meet any of CP3's potential baby mothers while you were in Norfolk State?
Probably, but
You were what?
It's possible.
See, you don't even.
I was around Norfolk State around in 99, 2000.
You don't even defend yourself some days. You're just like,
I might ran into one of my, little jump offs because Norfolk State around that area, so this all the jump offs. I was only around it because.
Because what? Someone forced you?
Nah, because Dirk's baby mother stayed over there, so we went over there to see the kids, and
So how many of her baby? We'll ask that question later.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. We'll ask that question later.
But I mean.
You sure?
That's why I'm so proud of the kids right there with my daughter. These kids were born in the wake of 9/11. They don't know they don't know a time before that day. So
you were at the game, but you during CP3's sign off, he gave a really passionate plea and a very good moment about 9/11 and stuff like that.
I saw that it was on, but I couldn't hear it.
It was very good. It was very good.
Yeah, but I couldn't hear it. But I saw it when you went live.
Yeah, it was just like I said, I had my own political views on the whole 9/11 situation. I remember, some of the sentiments that were being passed around to the nation. But I'm gonna focus on the positive.
Until later on the show.
Yeah. After that tragedy, we saw all Americans, being as one. It wasn't, no race, no political party, no class. It was everybody was, looking out for their fellow man and checking on people and all that good stuff. And just look how far we are away from that. Unfortunately, it takes tragedy for us to come together as a country, sometimes as a family, but that's the one thing that I remember from it. The whole 6 months to about 10 months after.
Yeah.
It was actual concern about people. People that you normally think now that you wouldn't even think twice about, but you saw the sentiment of actually caring about your fellow man, and
Yeah.
hopefully we can get back to that one day. But
It was
unfortunately,
deep. It was deep back then.
I mean, honestly, it speaks volumes when everyone is scared and we all have the same issue because it was a fear.
Yeah.
There was a fear of like, what's next? What's gonna happen? Are my loved ones okay? If you think about it, if I'm in Norfolk, Virginia, my family's up here.
It's scary.
The Pentagon we knew it was on fire, and then there were so many rumors about all these bombs and things happening downtown DC. So I didn't know what was going on either. And then I'm in Norfolk, Virginia. That is the largest naval base in the United States. And guess what was happening? Planes nonstop.
Yeah.
My ex was in the Navy. So what do? In a situation like that? They send all the ships out immediately because they don't want them to bomb them or do something. So everybody had to go. It was scary,
It was.
for me because I felt like I was in a war zone.
The funny thing is, it affected everything. Like, at that time I was still collecting comic books. Like, 9/11 went, affected the comic books. Like, it had
And the NFL.
And it had and I remember there was a guy. He was from. I have the book somewhere up there, but he wrote a Captain America story, and he was like, "Yo, they asked me to write a superhero story." He said, "But I can't write a story after a superhero story after 9/11 without Captain America being patriotic." And he was like, because what he symbolized, and this is what we need during this time. And it was a great story. Very deep, and I remember that time. It was a lot of fear. I remember being nervous. I remember because I worked in a mall, and working in a mall, you were a high target area.
Yeah.
And then I took the train to work, and being on the train, you were a high target area. So it was just a lot back then.
Yeah, and then remember the phones weren't acting right.
Phones weren't acting right. Then we had anthrax, and then.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. So for me to be 3 hours away from anyone in my family, I'm seeing what's being reported on TV. I'm calling, can't get through cell phones, landlines. It didn't matter.
It was crazy.
And I'm just like, this is crazy.
It was the one day that I've actually felt fear.
Yeah.
Like fear, not like you were scared, like fear. Like I couldn't reach my family. I couldn't talk to my mother. A plane just hit. I couldn't talk to my father. I couldn't talk to my grandmother in New York. I couldn't call my cousin who was working at the Pentagon or near the Pentagon at that particular time.
And I felt so bad.
I felt helpless.
My aunt had to drive on 395. So 395 Virginia.
Man.
So what was going across her skyline. It was nothing but smoke. And then a lot of people didn't know anything. So as you're driving, you see this smoke and you hear airplanes. You don't know what airplanes those are.
So
they were fighters, but
yeah,
you don't know.
Here's the thing too: is that when that airplane hit, it shook Boston Common and Pentagon City Mall.
Yeah, yep. People felt that in DC as well. My nephews were in elementary school, and it's crazy that I'm saying this because they are grown men with children of their own now, but they were in elementary school, and they felt it. If they were elementary school in DC, they felt it.
So, but on some happier news, today was the first day of football.
Well, sort of. Thursday was, but today was the first full day.
Yes.
I didn't get my recollection of what I was doing.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. You are absolutely right.
Wait.
Does it involve a thought?
I feel like you told us last year. So
I've never divulged. No, I've never divulged the whole.
Right.
What we doing? CP3?
No, I'm just saying.
You're absolutely right. I do apologize for that.
No, I'm understanding. It was a I remember it was a beautiful day because I remember I was off. It was a Tuesday, and normally I'd be up watching at that time Sports Center or something like that. I had a young lady over the house, so
How did we know that part was coming
yeah,
up?
just finished, having a little early morning fun, So I go out to the bedroom. I say, check out the news, see what's going on. Roll me up a little bit. I'm sitting there. Next thing I know, they come on. There's been an accident. A plane has flown to the, to the World Trade Center. We'll keep you posted. So they going live. So I'm sitting there, Then I see the other plane actually fly into the building.
And you thought it was the old
I'm sitting there with my J. I'm sitting there like, oh, did I just see it?
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta put
I
it
had to put that
out.
out. Yeah, I put it out. I had to put it out.
That's serious.
And I was like, dang. So then my mom worked for the police department as a civilian. My sister, she was working in the city, not too far down on K Street, not too far from the Pentagon. So it's like 8:45 in the morning. Luckily, I got through before the whole phone lines got jammed up. So I was at home. I was off work. I wasn't going nowhere. My mom, I think they sent her home because she only lived not that far away from the district. And my sister, I got in touch with her, and they told her to stay downtown, don't move, and stay where you are. And it was just I don't know if I ever had fear at that time, but watching the whole thing, it never dawned on me that the towers were going to collapse.
Yeah.
That thought
Until
never
it
crossed my
happened.
mind. Yeah, when it was on fire, and I didn't even take that into account. I was watching it.
Because that was enough war as it was.
Yeah, and I'm a science person that thinks about shit like that off the break, and I was like, wow. So when the joint started collapsing, I was like,
yeah.
So that's when I guess it really hit home when I saw it collapsing and realized what actually was really going down. Yeah.
So I'm about to make you laugh, though, Lady Antoinette. CP3. So after all that was going on, did you kick the young lady out? Or did you let her stay?
She was trying to roll. I let her stay. She was scared. I kind of calmed her down because she ain't know what was going on. I wouldn't have nothing in my apartment. I'm gonna clean that shit up. Like, look, you calm down. We work it out. Everything gonna be all right. Call your folks. So yeah, I actually, I was, I was a kinder, gentler.
I see how you tried to bring it back to make it seem like you no, you were using her.
What, if it was about to be the end of the days, I'm gonna go out busting a nut. Fuck that, I'm sorry. I'm going out with a smile on my face.
You know what? How did we go up here? We were way up here. And now,
I heard the story. She asked the question after the fact. I told you I was trying to keep it clean.
Such a ratchet nerd.
And we all have our own memories of
but yet, you got these CP3 acolytes that defend him every week. They be like, "Yeah, I was picking on."
Don't say that about CP3.
They know if they wouldn't have worked. They would have rather been doing the same thing.
You know what?
But yes, happy I did celebrate my son's 16th birthday and my daughter's graduation, and we showed all the way out for that. We were the loudest people there, huh? No, I'm so how like when your graduate walks across the stage,
you made that noise.
This school allowed you to yell and scream and everything, and we clapped and kind of yelled a little bit for everyone, but no one touched the sound that was made when my child walked across the stage. We didn't have to bring anything. We were just ourselves. And it was magnificent. So I'm really proud of her. She's 20 and has her bachelor's degree.
So she's 20.
Shut your face. Now.
I'm just saying.
Mind your business.
She had advanced studies.
I am claiming 35, and that is all that I will say.
Somebody else I know did that too.
What?
Claimed that either it was a 35 or 25, one of them.
I was 25 once.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, I'm so proud. I'm proud of her.
And you should be, and you should be.
I need her to stop breaking in that big dough. But she's such a sweet girl, so I'm blessed. That's all she kept saying. I'm gonna pay you back. You right. You are.
You know what? Damn, you didn't sugarcoat that shit, did you? You looked into the camera. I was like, you're right. You
But
are.
her idea of paying me back versus what I expect are two different things. Number one, the first thing I need her to do is just try to succeed in life. Get you a job that you love. That you're accomplishing something. So that's the first thing, and then we can talk about money later.
So today's show is sponsored by Rock Creek Soda.
The right
Sometimes it clinches that thirst.
This shit's been on sale for 99 cents for at least 40 something years.
All the time. Them in Arizona, like they hold the hood down.
I'm talking about, man. Times is hard. You need something to drink.
I just don't
But here's the funny thing. How is the 20 ounce of Rock Creek Soda the same price as the 2 liter?
Because it's cold. That's one of the reasons difference. They got it in a cooler. The 2 liters always hot. They never had those in the cooler.
Anyway.
Hey, that's facts.
But I'm telling that Arizona can and that Rock Creek that
Yeah.
holds the hood down.
Hell yeah. I just get in trouble because people used to think I was drinking beer. It was really Arizona can.
I used to mess with my folks all the time.
Yeah, when it first came.
In a paper bag. Coming there in a paper bag.
Yeah, paper bag. I had a police stop me. One time. On purpose. Because I knew he was going to stop me.
Both of y'all are jerks just because.
When you get profiled so much, and you can fuck with it, you gonna fuck with it. Like it's an Arizona iced tea, nigga. What you gonna do?
Lady Antoinette, I knew I was a jerk, and when I did it to be a jerk.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I saw the cop, and I was like, I'm about to get this, and I was like, they was like, you want a bag? Yes, let me get that brown paper bag. And when I was drinking it in front of him, first of all, I was over 21, so he really couldn't say. So then he's like, so you're drinking in public? I was like, yes, I'm drinking in public. And he was like, well, I was like, so you gonna give me a ticket? He's like, what? I was like, for what? I was like, it's an Arizona iced tea. You didn't ask what I was drinking.
Yeah.
So then he got his little buddies surrounding me. He was like, so what is your name? And I told him. And then he was like, let me see your ID. Oh, he's like, spell your name. So I was like, this is how much of a jerk I was. I would take a sip and I'd be like, R-O-H. So I would just sip and spell my, say every letter. And I spelled my whole name, minus my middle name. So then I put, what was it? He asked my ID, and then he was like, oh, you lied about your name. I was like, no, idiot, that's my name. Why would I lie when I knew you were going to ask for my ID? So at the time, my cousin's mother is looking. So she's walking. So I can see her because the cop is facing me and I'm facing you and she's walking. So then he goes, well, what are you doing around here?
Drinking.
And that was my answer. So then he goes, you're trespassing. And I go, how? He was like, well, you're not supposed to be around here. And I go, why? And he goes, well, this. And you have to know somebody somewhere to be around here. I said, I have to know somebody to be around here? I said, yeah. I said, turn around, because that's my aunt. I'm sure he cussed me out while he got in the car. Because I really didn't have to do it. Because I made him waste like 30 minutes at the time because I was just fucking with him. Like, I knew you couldn't throw me off the property. I knew my aunt. I knew the address. I knew my cousin was standing next to me when I was drinking. I was just really just... Like, yeah, I was being a jerk. Or just, in my case, being myself sometimes. I was in my 20s. I didn't know no better.
Yes, you did.
No.
Nobody said you didn't.
I did it. I just love ignorant shit.
Not to do better, but you knew better.
Okay, that's a fair enough assessment. CPT, what we got on sports, man? As my Giants are losing.
Yes, I'm talking to some of these Commanders fans as we're doing
the fans this week, huh?
Well,
okay, first of all, when you say I'm talking to these Commanders, it sounds like you're not a Commanders fan.
Because some of these fans are, I don't know what they are. They constantly go on social media complaining about the team, but swear they're a fan. And anything that they do positive, they find a way to pull a negative out of it. And I don't get it. I mean, if you're not happy here, it's a team 30 minutes up the road.
It's more than 30.
Yeah, on a good day. But
Not on game day, it ain't.
no. But the Washington Commanders in their inaugural game under the new moniker and franchise name defeated the Jacksonville Jaguars in heart racing fashion, 28-22. They had a 14-3 lead going into halftime. Had a up and down third quarter. Relinquished the lead, found a way to come back, and found a way to win where it mattered most. The defense played well. It was, like I said, third quarter, some issues, but for the most part, I got to give the coordinators a passing grade. I gave my grades on our post-game show. We can talk more about it tomorrow night on Sports in the Hill. But all in all, it was a good game.
You should see him in here, though. He was cussing for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
You should have seen me.
Yeah, you see, yeah.
Okay.
Are you worse?
I was at the game. Okay. So I was not very happy.
Third quarter first quarter he was cool. Second quarter he was chill. Third quarter, man, he was angry as a fuck.
Like my skin was hot. You know, that's when you're that angry that your face is hot to touch. It was bad. I disowned someone in particular for a half a second. I'm still very angry with them.
Oh damn.
On the team, someone on the team.
The New York Giants have just took the lead.
Oh, look at you.
2-point conversion. They just got it. Went up 21-20 for the game to win the game. I think it was the.
Look.
I picked the other team. I'm sorry.
I grew up. I'm a Knicks fan. I grew up watching Michael Jordan literally steal 5 rings out of our pocket every year. So I'm not gonna get excited over nothing until the game actually ends.
I mean, it's a victory, but
but it's not over.
It's not over.
Minute 6.
That's still too much time.
I mean, a lot can happen.
I remember somebody said that about Tom Brady. I was like, he's not gonna win it in a minute. Motherfucker won in a minute.
Matter of fact, the same year that I was talking about was when I was pregnant with my daughter. I went to a game that year, and the 2-minute warning came, and at the time it was the Redskins. They scored like 3 times.
Shit.
Within the last 2 minutes of the game.
Anything else happen in sports? CP3 besides?
Like I said, we got the NFL kickoff weekend. We got the Nationals wrapping up the baseball season. They just had the lead against the Phillies, trying to avoid the sweep in the weekend series. But yeah, it's tied up 5-5, and at the end of the 6th, Philly just tied it up with a 3-run home run. Nats had the lead. I'll be breaking that down tomorrow night also. Hockey season's right around the corner. I believe they report the camp the 21st, I want to say. I'm going to make a concerted effort to get down to Kettler this year to see, get some practices and try to get some of that behind-the-scenes footage that I love bringing y'all when I get the credentials to all these events and everything.
You know, when you say behind-the-scenes footage, just make you like the guy with the trench coat and the camera and like popping out of bushes and shit.
Depends on which show I'm doing.
But if you go, that means
oh Lord.
You know, I'm a Caps fan.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to get. They practice at Kettler, so I'm gonna definitely try to shoot down there.
Do they still playing the ring up Boston? They used to have a practice ring up there.
I think that's what Kettler is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't been over there since I was a kid. So
yeah, they've done wonders with Boston Common Mall. Yeah. That shit look like a whole real. It's like a real mall now.
Oh.
I worked there for like 5 years. That joint sucked, but it was cool. But
yeah, it did suck. I remember that from a kid. It wasn't.
Well, not there except for Chick-fil-A. They had Chick-fil-A.
Nah, Chick-fil-A wasn't around.
Yeah, not when we were little.
That's when I was there. I had Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, so
I had Chick-fil-A and KB Toys. I was there. I worked at KB.
But that was you were grown.
Yeah. Well, I didn't go to the malls when I was little. We didn't know they existed. We was like up the block or through the streets, and the grandma house you go, nigga.
Out.
Get my mind for that shit.
I think it's a train let you right down, so I probably did.
Yeah.
It'd be good to go. Hey, I don't driving in the city and driving in Virginia. 2 things I'd be weird.
Yeah. When I was a teenager, I was on the train.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, I was driving now.
So let me talk some wrestling news real quick. See if you ain't got no more sports.
No, pretty much done.
I got a good laugh out of this. So last Saturday or Sunday, AEW put on their the event. I don't really talk about AEW that much, but it's the aftermath of AEW event that's funny. So CM Punk from WWE fame had won their world championship for the second time. And he had some issues with one of the guys. They say basically when someone says something to you, you give them a receipt or they shoot on you when they just talk and they don't know. So several months ago, when he was in a program with somebody, they said some things about him on live television that we didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. So CM Punk got injured after their match. Even after he won the world title, had to go away, came back, wrestled. Finally, he got the belt back. And during the press conference, he had told the people on Twitter and stuff, "Hey, y'all might want to tune into this press conference." So he went to the press conference, and he violated everybody that he was pissed off with. So it even ties into the WWE. So when CM Punk walked away from the WWE, he went on his friend's podcast, Colt Cabana, who's a wrestler, not a successful wrestler, but he's a wrestler, and they made some claims.
Yeah.
And the WWE sued their ass and won. And Punk was supposed to take care of some of the legal fees. So him and the dude, they're no longer friends. So fast forward, that dude went to work for AEW. Punk is their head guy in AEW now. So then they was kind of pushing that other guy to the side. And people were basically talking about it. Like CM Punk has something to do with it. However, if CM Punk is the guy that draws the $1 Million Gate, the other guy doesn't draw 2 cents, you're gonna go with the guy who draws the $1 Million Gate.
Right.
So when he said these things, people got the dude friends who work for the company who are EVPs or whatever got mad and they said they shit and CM Punk basically named them. This is the really funny part because there's 3 of them. So they decided. Because CM Punk was like, "Yo, if y'all want to see me," he's from Chicago. So the pay-per-view was in Chicago. He was like, "And if you want to see me, y'all know where I'm at, yada, yada, yada." Well, they decided they wanted to see him. And they broke down. The thing about wrestlers is, wrestling is entertainment. Does not mean you can really fight in real life. CM Punk is actually an ex-UFC fighter. He didn't win, but he fought and trained. But just because you don't,
he can fight better than probably
most people. Like think about it. Just because you don't win doesn't mean that you don't know how to fight. That just wasn't your time of day. But so they went in there, and CM Punk and his trainer, who's also from Chicago, beat up 3 people. And one of the guys came in there. I think he off the break, the dude threw a punch and he missed because he probably can't fight in real life. And then he got beat up by CM Punk. And then the other 2 dudes, the guy was like, "Well, there's 2 of y'all," so he took a chair and he threw it in one of the guy's face. And the other guy who tried to get him, he bit him and beat him down. And so the funny thing is, CM Punk was the world champion at the time. I know. And the 3 people that they beat up were the trios champion, which means the 6-man tag team champion.
Right.
So come Wednesday, everybody got stripped and they've been suspended in legal action. Like, and then CM Punk got hurt again anyway, so his career could be done pretty soon. But they literally won the belts on Saturday and they were stripped by Monday.
That's how you get fired.
Well, here's the thing, though. But the thing is,
don't take any advice
from CB. So AEW was actually started. It's funded by Tony Khan, who father owns the Jacksonville Jaguars. But it was started by Cody Rhodes, who left. He went back to the WWE. The Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. They're not household names.
So wait,
but they were.
One weekend, the owner to the Jacksonville Jaguars lost his season opener and his wrestling franchise.
Well,
is in shambles right now.
Yes.
Poor thing. He's not having a good day.
Well, it's karma. So when Vince McMahon was forced to retire, he put out a tweet. He was like, "Well, I guess I'm the oldest owner of a wrestling franchise right now. Bruh, you've been doing this for fucking 4 years. But, he put that tweet out, and, that was his ha-ha moment. And, so he wanted to take the crown, want to take some shots. So, and I know I'm pissing some of these AEW fans off when I talk like this. So, let me really piss y'all off, because here's the truth. AEW is not WWE's competition. Monday Night fucking Football is WWE's competition. When you look at the numbers that they do on Dynamite versus the numbers they do on Raw, Raw's been shitty for the last 10 years, but Raw pulls in over 2 million viewers. AEW Dynamite just now started hitting 1 million and not consecutively. So when you have a show that you know is shit and it runs for 3 hours and you really don't need 3 hours, but yet 2 million people tune into that crap every week, and those aren't even the best numbers of when Raw was in, you really don't even go to the Attitude Era when it was like 10 to 15 million. However, but when AEW beat Raw's NXT show, which was their developmental league, yes, they did. But when you compare the numbers to Raw and SmackDown, they're losing by 1 million. So people got to be realistically about that. Like, that's like saying Floyd's a great fighter. Yes. Absolutely. One of the best fighters in the world. Do I think Floyd can beat Mike Tyson? Fuck no.
They're on two different levels.
Exactly.
Even now, Mike can still. We see Mike fight. Well,
I still don't want to get hit by Mike.
His hands.
I ain't about that life.
That's a problem.
Yeah, I ain't about that. I will bitch out for that. I'm not taking it here.
Just lay on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Like what the Lock said when Mike was high and he slapped Eve on the ass, and they was like, yo, they was like, yo, we gotta take Mike out. He was like, yo, Sheik gonna have to take the punch. And then Sheik didn't even notice years later when they're talking about this. They was like, yeah, Sheik, we was gonna set you up to get the punches. He's there live on air. He was like, what? What do you mean? He was like, yo, somebody had to take it. You the biggest nigga. You the big nigga that locks. He said, then we were just gonna jump on him. We just probably gonna stab him or something. He's like, Mike don't have a neck. He's like, we knew we were gonna get our ass.
Yeah. Well, last night there was a UFC fight.
Nate Diaz won.
Right. Nate Diaz over Tony Ferguson. He made him submit. So that's big news.
Nate Diaz also made in 2016 or 17 he submitted Conor McGregor.
Mm-hmm. But never mind. I'm gonna be quiet. But yes, he did.
Say what you want to say.
No, Conor is a professional
overrated
athlete. Overrated in which field? Because I'm gonna just be quiet. So
no, just say what you did.
270.
Because he took a shot at Conor McGregor. He was like, yo, baby, I'll try another sport and niggas look great.
He wants to step away for a moment. Well, for a minute.
Yeah.
We don't know what that means, but we'll see. That may mean he'll be back later, or
I don't know, because UFC is one of those careers, like, when you at a certain age and your chin gives out.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You can't do it forever.
Like, I remember when Chuck Liddell was knocking people out, and then he fought Rashad Evans, and he went to sleep. I was broken.
And it can get pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
The more shots you take.
Yeah.
So, just like, they're doing all this with football, but...
So, one of the
other sports have that issue, too.
One of the Paul brothers is fighting Anderson Silva.
Wow.
Who's 47 years old.
Wow. But first of all, I don't like them. I think I've said this on here before.
Yes.
Some people want to see him do what he does. Some people want to see him get knocked out, and some people want to see him knock somebody else.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. He's not fighting Anderson Silva in his prime. Anderson Silva's prime would destroy him.
Yeah.
However, Anderson Silva's hands are still possibly dangerous.
But he's still old.
Yeah, he's 47. I don't think that's
too old to be fighting somebody who's in diapers.
it's too early to be fighting somebody who's in his prime and you're not. And you're and then you're not even fighting in your genre. You're fighting in his genre. Like I said, but I remember Anderson Silva. A dude kicked him. He caught him. He caught his foot. He just looked at him. He shook his head and he beat the shit out that dude with one. He just bang, bang, bang. Dude was like, I was like, damn. Like mixed martial arts wise, Anderson Silva had a long title reign.
Yeah.
But
And
it's
why I feel like a fight like this could possibly taint his legacy.
I think it could.
If he loses, that's already bad. But then even if he wins, it's like, well, he wasn't a real fighter, you know.
Yeah. I mean, but the thing about that is too is I think I want to see them fight a if you really want to be a boxer, then fight a boxer.
Yeah. Makes sense, right?
Because Anderson Silva, he's mixed martial arts. If that's the case, then why are y'all going in the ring and out the octagon? If you're that cocky.
Here's the thing: if you pay attention to who they fight and the way that the fights are structured, he just wants money.
Yeah.
He's not in it to make this a professional career.
I mean, one I can't remember which one. But one of them, he trains like he's a real boxer. He takes it seriously. And the only catch is because he's a nobody that people don't like. Most professional boxers, first of all, aren't going to give him a shot because you got to go through the rankings and everything. So he has to fight these, folks that's not in it. Now, if he goes to the regular rigors of going through the amateur ranks and doing all that, then he can join it. But
that's what I'm saying. Do that.
But Logan Paul has signed. He signed with the WWE.
Yeah, but
he was doing some stuff with Miz.
Not boxing, so what are you doing? Just go do that.
Yeah. So
well, I mean, he takes it serious. He wants to get into it, but because of where he came from, like we were talking about last week about the new generation and different ways to make a living instead of the 40-hour work week and going to college, they see that there's different ways to do that. And him being one of this generation, he's like, yeah, I could be a boxer. I don't have to go through the amateur ranks and sparring and doing this, doing that. I can just run my mouth on social media and talk myself into a fight. And we see some boxers doing that. Look at I'm bad with names today. Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
He talked himself into a fight with Wilder. He had been out of boxing for 3 years because of a crack habit.
Yeah, and
First of all, the way you said it,
because he had a crack habit.
He's a crackhead, yes, we know.
So
and he was able to talk himself into
where is who is it? Was it Joe Brown or Judge Mathis?
Judge Mathis, you crackhead. Can I piss some people off? Or you want me to play some music first? You want to play some music first?
God, you got your list together?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I ain't even drank nothing. I ain't had no moonshine yet.
And you got this.
Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah. We are gonna wait because I'm about to get.
If it ain't got no sugar in it,
it got some sugar. It's just not sweet enough.
I'm about to.
It's not the hood. If I'm diabetic, then I would not. You know what? Something's wrong with him.
Everything is wrong with him. Yeah, I'm about to play a brand new song.
Ooh, yeah.
Hold on, let me rephrase. I'm about to play a brand new international song.
Yeah, my man, Big Johnny was tapping in on my feeds and what's up, everybody.
I told him, I said, what's up? So we're gonna play a brand new international song from Prince. Shout out to J Gems. And then I'm gonna take some moonshine shots.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna talk about the world's biggest thief when I come back. And I'm gonna piss these people off.
Help us.
I think I'm
Are you sure? Come on, Cletus.
Oh, it rained hard in Chicago.
Oh yeah, it was a monsoon. I bet you.
We didn't get that type of rain.
I thought we was gonna get some.
We were supposed to.
76.
Hey, give me 1 second, cause I'm trying to convert this song real quick.
Started up the season, but yeah, I took the 49ers. That's a loss. I took the Bengals. That's a loss.
Oh, I took.
You might not want to do fantasy football no
the
more.
Well, this is the pick. My fantasy, I'm good with that. This early in the season, you don't know who to go with this first week. You don't know what team is going to play. I took the Patriots against the Dolphins.
I did too.
I took Baltimore with Jets. Took Minnesota Jacksonville. I took Carolina over Cleveland. I thought Baker was going to do something. Then fucking tie between Houston and the Colts after threw everything on. Then I thought they was going to get a game of Aaron Rodgers, but Kirk actually putting up some good numbers. I had Kansas City over Arizona.
I love Aaron, but
Fuck Aaron Rodgers.
I think
He overrated.
I think Kirk gonna get this game.
Oh, this game over. That's why I
What's
told
that
him.
Yangonde bolingoa, 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 Yangonde bolingoa. Yangonde bolingoa. Kozalika mwa moto na moteme. Kozalika mwa moto neti ya yoe. Kozalisa moto ya zange. Kozalisa moto zana bosenge. Kopesa esengwe sikama wezali. Kopelisa mwina na molili. Kopelisa mwina na molili. Pozo moto, nyonso na moto ya moko. Yangonde bolingoa, 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 Yangonde bolingoa. Yangonde bolingoa. Omise na bakami kipo kamia. Oh Yeah, yeah, right. This shit live. All on me, she all on me. She just watch me count about 100 G's. I just push that weight and move the 100 piece. I just want the money, power, and the peace. All on me, it's all on me. I just touched down in LA for the week. Had to go and get away from the streets. Cause they know a nigga act this all on me. I get that bag off, go stack a rack up. Pull up to Saks Fifth, go drop a bag off. I got a tag show for hanging with rats, dog. You can never catch me frontin', I done backed off. I'm like, hey, hey, bag it up with these groceries, that's my safe way. All these binges be a drug, that's my gateway. I be such a big stabber, they call now Mayday. Dispatch to them feds, bet you catch this KK. Every day's a payday. Open that safe, yeah. Won't do late, wait. Don't care what they say, hey. I'm on the wave. Jump back like 2, 3. I'll make you fade away. I can never trust no thought, never give her what I got. I just pulled up on the dock that I pulled up off the lot. You can never ruin my day, only thing you in my way. Always acted like a boss, every time I took a loss. All on me, she all on me. She just watch me count about 100 G's. I just push that weight and move the 100 piece. I just want the money, power, and the peace. All on me, it's all on me. I just touched down in LA for the week. Had to go and get away from the streets. Cause they know a nigga act this all on me. Talk about me, pay your fee. All these niggas all around me. We gon' see, ain't shit sweet. Got respect, cause ain't shit free. Pay for them shoes, pay for them jeans. Got you down to a T. Even riding through Miami, got me gripping on my heat. Gotta move fast, go pop a tag when she down on me. All these snitches, all these ops, see them round for me. Never will be giving you props, don't you vouch for me. Always clutching on that Glock, keep a couple rounds with me. Tell them underlay, count the pesos. Someone check the record, they call me Fuego. They know that I'm a step. Get out the way, door. On my worst behavior, pull up the Draco. What the hate for? How my day go? Never really cared what you fake for. On my payroll is what you ain't though. All these hitters around me do what I say so. All on me, she all on me. She just watch me count about 100 G's. I just push that weight and move the 100 piece. I just want the money, power, and the peace. All on me, it's all on me. I just touched down in LA for the week. Had to go and get away from the streets. Cause they know a nigga act this all on me.
Yeah, that's when you went missing. The GOP put you on a low card.
Sometimes you gotta go.
Y'all should see my face when I seen it.
So y'all remember that Boondocks episode when Riley was like selling chocolate?
Yeah, that's my favorite. That's one of my favorite rants.
And he was like,
I'm sure.
And he was like, he don't give the receiver. There's a part at the end where the some European gangsters like come through because he's in the Scarface suite, and Riley goes, man. He's like, yo, you gonna give us this, and he's like, a normal person, and he says that a normal person would have just took the deal and said, okay, cool. But he was like, but what if it's not a dream? What if I'm not knowing? And he goes like, man, fuck Guy Ritchie, fuck the Queen, fuck.
Fuck your snaggedy ass teeth. Fuck your fish and chips. Fuck the car you rolled up in Rowdy with.
Yo, he just went hard, and I say that because that's how I feel right now.
Oh my god.
Because I'm ignorant. So the biggest thief in history has died.
Oh.
Like, you gotta call a spade a spade.
He poured a drink? You just made him pour a
I'm going to pour one out for the queen, I guess.
What? You a lie? You just want to drink.
You rather just pour. I'd rather you pour one out because you're thirsty.
I'm kind of, I'll let you get your piece. I'm kind of.
It's a big drink. I wonder if people think this is water.
It's not.
For certain streaming platforms, it's water.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's special water from North Carolina.
Yeah.
It's magic juice.
Look,
you notice how he put it over here so he can tell everybody that it's nice.
That you bought it?
You are associated with the alcohol on the show.
So that's why you put it
Yes.
over here.
I'm associated with y'all picking on me, and you're associated with the alcohol.
So
We don't pick on you.
we don't pick on you, but like honestly, one of the biggest thieves. I didn't have no tears for her. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, damn, she's still alive. Like she was like really holding on for no reason. Like her husband looked like a walking skeleton before he died.
I'm about to say he already dead.
Yeah, he looked like death.
What was that movie with the vampires and the werewolves?
It's a bunch of those.
Underworld.
Yeah, Underworld. And the first one, remember
Underworld.
the one that they brought back to life? He looked like that.
No.
Yeah, he did. That nigga looked like if a skeleton had skin.
You just don't know.
Yeah, disrespect.
I know. But at the same time, like, I'm sure there's a lot of good that she's done did. But I'm so sure that there's a lot of evil that she done did prior to that.
There's a lot of people that she is.
There was, and I understood why Twitter came for her.
They didn't come for her. They drug her.
They should have.
And she was already. They decided to drag her before they put her in the ground.
Shoot. Hey, shout out to my homegirl Mookie. What's going on with you? But yeah, they should have dragged her ass.
And I'm just like, oh, why people like this? Y'all are terrible.
Well,
the internet has reigned supreme.
Well, they did. One, there was a lot of love for that. Diana was actually a really nice person.
She was, yes. But
and
she didn't want to fit into the box they wanted her to fit in.
And then they treated, and then when they did, and then how they treated the girl from Suits, Meghan Markle.
Did you see? Apparently, Diana attended a funeral years ago, and Meghan apparently. I was like, is this real? Meghan had the same outfit on.
What?
And I'm like, wait, what?
So even with the whole when there's a time when Diana was alive and Michael Jackson was doing his world tour, and when he got to England, they was like, "Yo, you can't play Dirty Diana."
Yeah.
And Diana was like,
she was mad. I think I said that to you.
Yeah, she was like, "That's my favorite song. What the fuck?" Like she was actually mad. But it was just crazy.
Yeah, she said that was her favorite one because she was real.
Yeah, and to put limitations on an artist like that, like it just shows you when people just don't fuck with you, they don't fuck with you.
But they felt like, I mean, I get it that they want this certain image of the royal family. Traditionally, they have gotten that. However, people talk. We know that you guys have many, many secrets. And they did not want that, the term Dirty Diana, they didn't want that to be seen as people are talking about her.
But here's the crazy thing. We wouldn't associate that with her because when Diana was alive, she was literally a world ambassador. There was no other person in England that was going to the AIDS, to the poor countries. And she was doing this on a daily basis. Yeah. Shit, we knew more about Diana than we did about Prince Charles because he didn't do shit. He ain't gonna do shit as king either.
It's crazy because when you look at her sons, they have changed the face of the royal family as well because they started doing that.
Yeah.
And Harry was really like, he's everywhere.
Yeah.
So I felt like whether they wanted her to or not, she had a lasting impact on the royal family because her children were heir apparents.
Her children, they show you at times, we don't fucking deal with that stuff over there. We different. Mm-hmm. This is what we learned. And this is what we're going to be about rather than following this traditional set of bullshit that they were raised on. You know,
And
I really hope one day that somebody goes into the vault and get back all the gold and diamonds that they stole back from Africa. That would be really
when you
nice.
said that, I thought you were like saying they was gonna go in the vault and take her body or something, and I was about to say, you know what, I'm about to leave.
Nah.
But you know, if you don't
Nobody
know,
want that old bag's body.
her son being an heir apparent, as soon as she died, he immediately became king. Whether they did the official ceremony or not, he still became king. And she allowed Camilla to use the queen title. She had to allow it. So she said, yes, it's fine if, you know, she can have the queen title.
So now side chicks are winning.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I've literally seen this. It said a side chick will be queen. City girls up 5 million. That's what I saw. I mean,
That's crazy though. She ain't even cute.
no, she never was Camilla.
Yeah.
That's
I saw
she's
somebody
queen.
That's what somebody mentioned.
Because he was.
We're not gonna call you queen. He's gonna call her something.
They call her queen of the
They're
side
gonna
chicks.
call her queen. They're gonna call her something because she was a side chick or something. I saw a video. I was like, wow.
She was. She was a side chick.
Oh,
That's not a good look.
For your queen. But then again, look at the legacy. But here's the thing. Now that I think about it, the legacy of just because they tell you the good shit that she did, don't mean that she didn't do a rack of bad shit. And
Diana?
yeah, no.
Elizabeth?
Yes. So maybe that is a fitting legacy follow up.
Yeah, because here's the thing. First of all, Charles becoming king is the first time in history that it'll be televised for, you know, a coronation will be televised for that country, because you got to remember she took her reign like a long time ago. She became queen a very long time ago. So we know Charles and his life because it was mainly in front of the camera.
Yeah.
The Queen Elizabeth, there's some things that before she became queen at 25. What did you do before you were 25? We didn't really have a record of that. And then even after she became queen, still it was no record of a lot of things that she had done, because I mean, just even us, the teenagers today are getting filmed. Almost every aspect of their lives. We didn't have to go through that. So there's dirt that we don't know about from back in the day. So you're right. She may be fitting of a queen. I mean, real talk. We can't say but so much because we just had a first lady that we saw a little too much of.
Ivana Trump.
Yeah. No, Melania.
Melania, what the fuck her name is?
Yeah, you talking about the ex-wife.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. She was the first lady of the United States. And they complained about Michelle Obama showing her arms.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
It's a triple
so,
standard.
At the same time, you know, people in this country, you cracking jokes on her. I mean, seriously speaking, ours was probably worse. The one that we just got rid of.
Oh, yeah, well,
So there's that. But I'm neutral on it.
I'm just like, fuck her.
It's like, oh, she died.
I was like, fuck her.
Nah, sure. You know, like.
This is how I feel. That's
I mean,
and my
historic.
Yeah, she was. But here's the thing. My opinion that's just my opinion. That's not the at the bar opinion. That's just my opinion. So if you want to come for me, I got time.
I mean, to me, the whole Queen of England shit, all the monarch and stuff, I never really gave two fucks about it because.
That's not surprising.
I'm saying, what the fuck they got to do with us? We founded the country to get away from this shit, so why do y'all care what's going on over there if y'all, that's why we founded this country. I mean, Diana, you know, we all know the story that came up. You know, she was, you know, like you say, one of the different ones that actually tried to make a difference and do good. Like you say, all the monarchies and rich folks and wealthy folks of now have dirt and pillaging and killing, murder, all types of stuff in their history because that's how they got they amassed the wealth that they have now. So.
I mean, you gotta think about it. Jamaica didn't get their independence until 1975?
Yeah.
Was it 75?
Recently. Yeah. Jamaica, and they're still heavily influenced.
Yeah.
Now there's still a hold on them a little bit.
Yeah.
And now there's another country trying to move into Jamaica, but we will talk about that later. And let me stop.
Hell, Tokyo for a long time was under a UK rule. They just got that back like about 20 years ago.
Well, I'm gonna stop talking real bad about them because for those who don't know, I really am a lady. So Jada was like, "Oh, Mom, you're closer in line." Like I was like, "Oh yeah, like a billion people in front of me."
Even he was the Williams, the older one. So Harry, he ain't even got a shot now.
No, right, because he had a baby.
Yeah, they popped out another kid, so he got to be like 103 to hopefully get murked or something for him to be kid. He like, man, come on, Mary.
Damn.
Come on, Megan. Let's go and get married. Fuck this, man. I ain't gonna be king.
You know, you are
he knew that.
You're really dark, CP3. Even dark from my mind.
I had a wife, Meghan Markle too. I used to watch Suits, nigga. I remember.
Suits was my shit, though. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
It got too crazy after season 3. I lost track of all the craziness that started, all the spins and twists. I got confused.
But Megan was really cute. She was a sweetheart. She might be a little off, but
You know what he just said?
I heard. I just try to.
I just want to ignore it.
Yeah. Okay. That's your opinion, actually. That's actually an opinion.
Ask her.
Hey.
Ask her.
Hey.
This goes downhill
Yes,
every
it
week.
is. I'm trying to redirect, but he don't. And then he just keeps
Compared to what I'm saying and what they posted online, I'm chill. I've been quiet.
Did y'all see that meme with the queen on the gate hanging on?
Yeah.
Open up these pearly gates, Diana.
So,
and then they can show the video of the lady put her foot on the door so he can't open it.
So, if you're familiar with rapper Lil Durk, from Chicago, so O Block was the apartment complex that they grew up in that they rhyme about.
Rap name, I was about to say the O Block was somebody's name.
No.
When you say O Block,
so O Block is this very infamous project in Chicago, much like I think it was a Cabrini Green or something like that. But it's which all the young rappers have been coming out of. But they've been killing each other, shooting each other, and now come 2023, there won't be no block because they sold that apartment complex and they're about to trash it. It just became a staple. I'm not even mad at this gentrification because it just became a staple of negativity and it became a nexus of violence. You know, because people don't realize. Like I didn't realize for a long time why Lil Durk is Lil Durk. Because his father is Big Durk. His father was a known gangster that he recently got out like several years ago. They took a picture together. But that's why he's Lil Durk. And also his girl just broke up with him. Like the same week they said they was crushing his neighbor. Like, damn, that's a hell of a week.
You do not care. Like, don't even pretend.
I don't.
Can't go home.
Oh my God.
Y'all know I'm messy. Okay, so I sent y'all this, and I forgot to look at it, but I'm just gonna read what it says. So it says, and I think this lady is black that's saying this. Black men are the number one contributors to white supremacy. Please tell me why she's joking. What happened? So I guess this black lady is saying that black men is the number one contributors to white supremacy.
Yeah.
I just think it's just somebody. It's just a person talking ignorant.
Yeah. I mean, it is ignorant. Because first of all, you're putting black men in a box.
Of course.
Everybody's different. I know some black men. There may be some black men who are doing that. Don't get me wrong, but they're.
But would a number one contributor? So you're saying black men are the number one contributors to white supremacy over white men. Get the fuck out of here.
And that makes no sense. Even back in the day when they would get the one slave on the plantation to have his back, kind of like, remember on Life, the gun boss, remember him?
Yeah.
Okay, so one.
Like in Django Unchained.
But one.
Yeah.
Out of how many? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So no matter how you look at it, and was this young lady, was she black or white?
She's actually black.
Okay. So here's the
She
problem.
looks like she's from the tribe of Drake.
Here's the problem. She, by saying that, is helping white supremacy more than what she's claiming. Here's the reason why. You continue to say these things to cause a divide within our community.
True.
Why do we have to keep saying, as a black woman, why do black women have to say, oh, well, y'all black men do this, and y'all black men do that? Or as a black man, why do I keep hearing the retort, oh, black women do this and black women? Why? Why do we keep doing that? When are we going to come together? Because that's what y'all claiming y'all want, but you're not doing it. So I don't want to hear that. Whoever she is, if I ever come across her, I would say this. Y'all know how I am. I'm going to let her know about herself.
You gonna pull up on her?
Yeah, I would let her know about herself. Because that right there, that's toxic, and you're not doing anything but hurting our community. That's not true. Have you talked to every black man? Where do these statistics come from? The white man told you that? Who told you that? So she can kick rocks. But next.
Next. Got anything CP3?
I just got. Yeah, when you broke, man, you just get that alert. Your account is now in the negative. Like, fuck. Bill just came out. Nigga broke.
You just got a negative?
Yeah, it just got
Woo.
That's hard right now. Yeah. What were we talking about? I got sidetracked by me being broke. What happened?
Just talking about the black lady who said that.
Yeah.
You contributed to white supremacy.
Yeah, by being broke. Yeah, I need her to explain that in context. People have crazy theories and stuff they pull out of their ass and find a way to loop it together. 6 degrees of separation and all that. White supremacy, wow. It's a lot more things that's endemic to this country than black men hating white supremacy. But that's what she wants to go with it. Cool. I would love to hear her whole perspective on it.
You lie, you in love.
I would love to.
No, I mean, I want to hear how she's going to spin it. Because, I mean, I've heard some crazy theories, like you were talking about Michelle Obama. I had a black lady tell me that, the rumor that she's a man and somebody had a surrogate. I was like, really?
So I can tell you about that. So around that time when Obama and them were off, and I talked to a female on the internet, and she was like, my daughter told me that Michelle Obama was a man and the daughters are not real. Some shit she was saying. I was like, and I entertained this. And I was like, oh, so clearly I'm never going to meet this person in my life. But let me just school you on something. I said, so your daughter who runs away from your house on a weekly basis informed you that the first lady, the first black president, the first black first lady is really a man, and you believe that? And she said yes. And I said, so when I ask you what proof do you have, or how offended are you going to be when you really have this conversation with me? Because I'm just going to sit down and break down everything that you say. I said, because you're an idiot and your daughter's an idiot, because both of y'all are just stupid. Like I said, question, and she said, what's that? And I was like, explain to me, why is it that all black people say that when a black person is successful, it's the Illuminati, when a white person is successful, we just accept them as being good?
And you never thought to think where this rumor originated?
First of all, she's an idiot.
But here's my thing. We are in the situation as a community because we continue to allow others outside of our community
To tell us.
to influence us
Yes.
in a negative way.
I 100% agree.
You have to understand and identify when someone is attempting to cause discord within your community. That's the problem.
And speaking of discord in the community,
Jesus.
I know people don't like this guy, but I gotta applaud him for what he's been doing. Because he's been after this lady who's been causing discord in the black community for years. Shout out to Ray J for coming at Kris Jenner. Like, you know.
Shout out to Brandy's brother.
Because one thing is, there was an issue Kris Jenner put out because Kanye West had tweeted something, and then she was like, you know, could you stop tweeting at me? I'm a grandmother. I'm this. I'm that, and stuff like that. And Ray J hopped on. He was like, that's funny because when you put out that sex tape and you put my name attached to it, you didn't think about my mother.
Speak on it.
And why are you all of a sudden now your mother when my mother had something and you didn't? He's like, you got people thinking I put the tape out and I didn't put the tape out. You put the tape out.
Yes, it's a well-known secret at this point that she did.
And so they just had another exchange. Ray J hopped on his IG page, and he's just like, yo, he's coming at her. He's like, yo, shout out to Kris Jenner because basically she took a fake lie detector test saying that she didn't put the tape out on like the James Gordon show. So let's get this straight.
Here's
so you
my
don't.
thing.
So you go on a nightly talk show to take a lie detector test?
Here's my thing. Even if she took a real lie detector test, right? If she didn't press the button to say put this tape out, she told someone else to. You had something to do with it.
Like,
we know this at this point.
Like real talk. You a hustler. You a grinder. Something is wrong with your household when your husband look at you one day and say, you know what? Guess what I want?
I want to be a woman.
I want a vagina.
Hold on. No, something is wrong when your first husband, you're sitting in the courtroom supporting him, right? Because he has this really big case. You're sitting next to a guy who ends up being your future husband. And guess whose trial it is? Your potential baby daddy. Everybody, we know that one of her daughters is not truly a Kardashian.
Everybody said that Khloe is probably
She's not a Kardashian.
It is OJ's daughter.
Yes, but they won't disclose who her father is. But here's my problem. You mean to tell me you're at the trial of your side piece, supporting your husband who's a lawyer, sitting next to your future husband, who ends up being a woman later on down the line.
Chop it off.
But you understand something? Like, to me, you're at the center of this. She is the epitome of toxic. Like, that's it. She's all about the money. That is it. She is toxic. She's going to do what she wants to do to get what she wants.
You think about, look at.
And I don't like Ray J, but I applaud him for what he said.
But one thing, look at who her children have babies by. Successful
black man. Except for one.
Except for one. And
one Jones.
The white guy.
She likes white guys.
But it's mainly people in the entertainment field or athletes. That's who they you can tell it's targeted dating. So they're dating a certain class to target that. You know, as much money Kylie Jenner has made, like when she had the baby with Travis Scott, you know, more people knew about her. Now black people knew who she was.
They knew about her when she was dating Tyga.
Oh yeah.
And got all this plastic surgery. And let's be real, she started dating Tyga before she was legal.
Yeah.
Like, her mom was okay with this.
Yes.
And she got all this plastic surgery to make herself look like her sister. Because that's her role model.
Unfortunately.
Who, I mean, they had a little bit of money when Robert Sr. passed away from his life insurance policy. So they had money, but they didn't get to this level until Kim's sex tape was put out. your whole family, your fame and your fortune that you have right now is all based on the sex tape.
I don't see the big deal.
I didn't say it wasn't. Here's my thing. Whether you think there's anything wrong with it or not, that's one thing. But for her to say to Kanye, stop doing this because I'm a mother. And now you want to be all innocent.
It's all for
if you don't go sit down,
I think they
no,
got
she
something
just,
get ready. They got something
she
get
just
ready
wants
to drop.
to get the shine off of her. That's all that is.
They learn the spotlight. They know how to manipulate it and make money off of it. They know how to use the press. They're in LA, so we've seen people build fortunes and build wealth and fake celebrity off of the dumbest shit. So I mean, I don't understand all the hate for them and they're cursed to blackness. These motherfuckers are going in with their eyes open. They're not victims. They want some pussy. They want some Armenian pussy. Point blank. I still hit Kim. I don't give a fuck, sex tape or not. I still hit it. Chloe, her hands kind of scared me. Them long ass fingers. I don't know what's up with that shit. Kylie, I hit all of them. I don't give a fuck.
Except for Chloe.
Yeah,
except for OJ's daughter.
Have you seen that commercial? Them joints look scary.
So you went hit Chloe?
I mean, she, the past already make it look better, but man, imagine she rubbing you on your shoulder.
She got wear gloves.
That ain't gonna have the joints like Halloween fingers. Imagine you laying in bed, she trying, honey, I want something long. That should have scared the fuck out of me, man.
So.
She got it for her daddy. He got
What if she had your favorite drink and a big bag of weed?
She might can suck my dick. I couldn't fuck her.
But what if she put her hands up there when she do it?
I won't be looking. I don't feel good. I just but yeah.
But you ain't gonna see her hands with the lights out.
So ignorant.
I leave the lights on, man. I don't have lights on. But I mean, folks make choices. Most of the folks that they get in relationships with already have issues. Kanye, Tristan Thompson. I mean, they might be targeted, but they know what they're getting into. Yeah, Lamar. They know what they're getting into. So, I mean.
But I feel like, me personally, and it's not just them. I've seen it with women of all different races. There are certain women, they see a man and they see that he's broken. That's who they gravitate to. Because now they want to manipulate him and they want to mold him and things like that. And that's what I see that family doing.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. CP3, have you ever dated a broken woman and you targeted a broken woman today?
I'm not gonna say targeted, but once I found out and I tried to heal her, you know what I'm saying?
See?
So I mean, once I found myself in that situation because of the person I was.
But did you know that she was broken at the beginning of the relationship?
No, not at the beginning. Normally it takes time because you try to give the person the benefit of the doubt. Like, oh, I might be tripping, I might be looking at things the wrong way. That's not too crazy. Then after a while, you're like, yeah, this motherfucker's crazy. So I mean, sometimes it takes a while. That's why you don't rush into relationships. That's what I've never been one to rush into a relationship. I always try to get to know the person first. I rush into sex, but I don't rush into a relationship.
You do know some people catch feelings from that, right?
I know, and that's been my issue. That's why I've been trying, like lately. I've been trying to.
Hold on, time. We can't just glance over. We ain't just gonna run over. We ain't gonna run just
that's a problem too,
you're not gonna make that statement and just gonna walk over like that, like you ain't just say that shit.
That's happened. I will rush into sex. We had sex off the break, and then she start catching feelings. I start catching feelings. You in a situationship/relationship, and you don't even really know who the person is. And then a couple of months down the line, when you really start hanging with them,
and then they jump out the bushes on you.
And you see like this motherfucker got problems. They got some good sex, but I can't be.
So do you keep them or do you keep or do you leave?
It depends on how crazy they are.
I feel like you keep them.
I mean, if they able to be negotiated with,
why do you have to negotiate? See, that is right there. That is a problem. No negotiation. That's a problem.
Like, hold on.
That doesn't go together. It doesn't mesh well.
So CP3.
Relationship.
How do you negotiate with that? I just want to know.
You take certain things off the table, you can still have sex, but I'm not eating the pussy.
No, we do not negotiate with terrorists. That's a red flag. What is wrong with you? That's why you be in the situations you be in.
That's what I told
you. Be negotiating.
Remember, I told you I've been trying to. I tell the females now, I don't want to rush into.
Your CP3.
Yeah.
Do toxicity turn you on?
Mm-hmm.
They used
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, they
Now
probably
it's a
still
turn.
do.
Now it's a headache. Now, fuck that. Back in the day when I had the energy, I could deal with it, but now that shit is exhausting, man. Fuck that shit. Because then I gotta put myself in your crazy ass mindset to try to understand what the hell you talking about. Because you can't put it in the fucking words. Because you don't fucking know. So we all sitting there trying to figure this shit out.
Are you Samuel Jackson? Are you
I used to be Samuel. I used to. Motherfuck you, motherfuck this. Fuck this shit.
That's what I'm saying, because you're the negotiator at this point.
That's how I was back in the day, but then I chilled out and I was more like
Kevin Spacey. That's you.
Yeah, I get you. I try to see the bright side of things.
First of all, Kevin Spacey, all his expressions in life are just he looked crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But see, I was kind of a mix of Kevin Spacey from Negotiator and I guess Kevin Spacey from Seven.
Yo, one of my favorite Kevin Spacey movies was on the other night. American Beauty.
Did you?
Oh yeah, we had sex
Yes.
with the
From
young girl.
Negotiator and Seven, your combination. Of Kevin
I'm
Spacey
just gonna glance over that and just not talk about that. Here's a female that may be a good match for CP3. A woman named Tupac Shakur arrested and charged with beating a man with a baseball bat. A woman with the same exact name as deceased icon Tupac Shakur has been arrested in Florida. Yeah, it sounds like a Florida chick.
I got a question.
And I just came to they are.
On Tuesday, September 6th, 34-year-old woman named Tupac Amari Shakur. Damn, she got the whole.
Wait, Tuesday?
Yeah.
I just came back on Monday.
Was taken in custody in Miami and charged with assaulting an elderly man. An elderly man. According to Miami-Dade police reports, she had been charged with felony aggravated battery on a person 65 years or older.
Have you seen her picture? Crazy.
She pleaded. Shakur pleaded not guilty to the charge on Wednesday. She has been released on house arrest.
Is that her God-given name, or did she change it?
She probably changed it.
Well, how old? Did they say how old?
She's 34.
34.
She's 34.
That's why we
So 34 years ago.
I couldn't have been with her. We can't say, hey, Tupac, come on over here. We out in the mall and shit. Hey, Tupac, get my wallet out the car.
You couldn't fucking hit him up?
Man, bro, I'm sorry, bro. First of all, you gonna get motherfuckers looking around like, what the fuck? Who? Tupac, who?
So I feel like she's 34. She was born in like maybe 88.
She's from Miami, so she's from Florida.
But nah, she was born in like she wasn't named after.
No, she wasn't.
Yeah, she's too old to be named after.
She has his whole middle name. Like we didn't know it was his middle name until Tupac into the other album, and they did Amari Records, and they was like, oh, that's his middle name.
Yeah, so and that's one coincidence. I think she probably changed it.
Okay.
Which, if she changed it, that just shows you her state of mind.
So I couldn't have been with her. I mean, what you know, thug life.
What if she got that tattoo? Oh,
She probably got Thug Life tattooed on her cheeks.
across her chest. I mean, across her stomach.
Probably got her in the vagina.
What?
Probably my heart. I can take it. Thug life.
No, see that.
West side.
The fact that she even came up with that.
South side.
The fact that she even thought that.
I've seen some shit.
I'm sure you have.
I've
You've
seen
told us about some of the things you've seen, and we're quite
I
disturbed.
couldn't get over it myself. I'm about to tell y'all. Shit. Motherfucker putting piercings through shit. I'm like, you're supposed to keep sharp objects away from your penis, not bring them towards it.
That's been going on since the 80s that I know of. I'm sure it's probably been longer.
Something is wrong with them dudes. I am not. No. No. My God. No. That shit just makes me want to. Yeah, just think like, what goes through your mind when like, you know what, babe, you know what makes sex better?
You know,
I'm gonna shove some shit through my dick.
There's stuff down there too.
But that makes it more stimulating for them.
Okay.
I can't imagine that being stimulating
Here's the thing.
for me.
You can't imagine that, but you can imagine. You don't even know what it feels like to have a vagina. What
But
are
I
you
know
talking
it probably
about?
enhances it. I can't
Probably.
see.
How do you know it doesn't enhance the man?
That's
Until
what I'm
you
saying.
get it done,
I can't.
you cannot knock it.
No, I'm not. What is enticing about having a metal rod shoved through your dick?
What is enticing about having a metal rod in your vagina?
How can it stimulate more when you're shut? And it's not through the head. Some of them do it, but it's like I said, my job is to keep sharp objects away from me.
Okay.
So CB3, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you just move on to something next?
I don't know how we got here.
You brought it up.
You brought it. I never entertained the idea of a Prince
We
Albert.
said she had Thug Life tatted across her stomach, and you took it left, and you kept going.
I seen some shit a couple of weeks ago that I still can't explain.
So I think it's time for a music break. I don't know how to save this segment outside of
Except for change it. Next subject.
Next music break, y'all. Music break.
We don't have answers.
I'm looking for answers.
No, we don't have. Not here. Not today.
Bitch, you on a young nigga want some money. Yeah.
Hey, wavy boy.
Fitted in on harness. Bitch, you wanna fuck on a young nigga with some money. Ain't no dummy, all I want is counting 50s and blue hundreds. Big dog, I might fuck your hoe and pass off just like I'm Chris Paul. I ain't drinking Hennessy, I told him put me up some crystal. Yeah, I'm turned up to the max, look the wrong way, get you pissed. She for the street, her she a freak. I hit one time, now she in midst. Ain't tryna talk, ain't tryna link, I'm a big dog tryna forget. You tryna be, just keep it street, I'm tryna put you in the brick
Nigga
wall.
keep tweaking on my name like I won't put him in the brick I wall. I play for keys, so stay on point. One little false move will get him knocked off. Bad bitch only link once, but you know I got my rocks off. She like a nigga with money, so you know she can't a big dog. Don't get a nigga pissed on bullets like I'm Brad. She eating perkies like they Tylenol 4, and then I'm dozing off. She eat the dick up, now got locked jaws. Big stripes up, little bitch, I been a boss. She wanna fuck me, ass gon' cost. I done did it all, done seen it all. Bad bitches, fucked them all. I had money, I fucked off. With my old friends, they done ran off. Before I let a nigga take me, we gon' have a fucking standoff. I need to talk with God, cause them things I did was dead wrong.
Bitch, you wanna fuck on a young nigga with some money. Ain't no dummy, all I want is counting 50s and blue hundreds. Big dog, I might fuck your hoe and pass her off just like I'm Chris Paul. I ain't drinking Hennessy, I told him put me up some crystal. Yeah, I'm turned up to the max, look the wrong way, get you pissed. She for the street, her she a freak. I hit one time, now she in midst. Ain't tryna talk, ain't tryna link, I'm a big dog tryna forget. You tryna be, just keep it street, I'm tryna put you in a brick wall. She for the street, she a freak. I hit one time, now she in midst. Ain't tryna talk, ain't tryna link, I'm a big dog tryna forget. You tryna be, just keep it street, I'm tryna put you in a brick wall.
Hey, wavy boy.
Run, yo.
That boy P, so he crazy.
No. I was down, now I'm really about to go get up. 10 rounds, now that nigga can't get up. That's what you get when you go fuck with the vision. My money be piling, we don't do division. The feds be watching, I just gotta get up. I was just down, now I'ma get up. Sleeping on me, I bet they didn't get up. My money was low, but now I'ma get up. Oh, bet that we get up. Pushing this weight, I'm doing sit-ups. I was just dirty, now I got my fit up. Too good for these bitches, I bet they gon' miss us. And I pack a bag if you think that I'm trippin'. I keep this shit brisk like I'm sip Lipton. Even though niggas don't know what to get on. You ain't shit till your niggas go and get on. Get you some pack, go make a flip homes. Yeah, I'm stuck in my bad ways. Niggas always being burnt out, so I dip them all in the ashtray. I don't understand these niggas that just always talking about, yeah, they past ways. I don't understand these bitches always comparing me to they past days. I give a fuck about you, you give a fuck about me. I just be rapping for money, you be rapping for free. Feel like that I rap like a god, the reason they call me a G. I'm against all of these odds. Niggas ain't fucking with me. Never no worries, Hakuna Matata. They say that I'm hot cause the devil with Prada. I'm Soldier Boy first and these niggas gon' follow. Catching no feelings, you catching these hollows. Ride with Rodriguez like I fuck with Rollo. Ain't got no time when I see this Movado. Bet that bitch shine like I'm in Monte Carlo. Looking at me like I done hit the lotto. Counting your last days, get hit up. Talking that trash, hey, on Twitter. Your bitch, she be bad, yeah, I'm with her. When she see me, her face be lit up. Boy, better go ahead and mind your business. I don't go back and forth like tenor. Run this game, I don't get no finna. But we bout to get up. 10 rounds, now that nigga can't get up. That's what you get when you go fuck with division. My money be piling, we don't do division. The feds be watching, I just gotta get up. I was just down, now I'ma get up. Sleeping on me, I bet that they get up. My money was low, but now I'ma get up. Oh.
Yo. Alright, so yeah, gotta go. I had no choice but to do a quick music break because CBD was trying to throw me off with that last comment. I don't even remember. I don't want to be back there. So, as we're winding down the show, I think we're gonna have a short show this week. So as we wind down the show, shout out to Lady Antoinette because she was all over on the podcast thing this week. It was like every time I turned on, she was I'm like, oh shit, she's doing another show. God damn.
Yeah, I'm on shows almost the whole week. So, all them podcasts? You still be on podcasts all the time.
Yeah, but I ain't on 5 days a week.
I'm on 4.
Yo, one day for my birthday, I was off for a week and I did a podcast every fucking day.
Yeah, I remember.
And I had a guest every day. That shit was so tiring.
That shit is exhausting.
Man.
Especially when you run the show.
Why you think I never did that shit again? Now when I'm off for a week, nigga, I'm off.
Yeah, well, I had one last night, and then went to the game today, and I'm here. And then I got some stuff going on tomorrow, but no podcast. And Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday, I got Doc is gonna be on the show. I'll be talking to Doc. Doc Walker.
Nigga, why is you up there and your mic back here?
Well, he played when they were the Redskins, so I'll be with him on Tuesday. So. Oh. Yeah. He was at the game today. I will be there too. Week 3. And
What day is it?
Extremely exhausted. Week 3 is for the September 25th. We have the Eagles.
So we might not have a show that day because
I'm gonna pass out.
Because that's the day after my mom's birthday. So I don't know what we're doing. Either one or two things are gonna happen. Either we go for my mom's birthday, or I might be in Atlanta for AC3 weekend.
Okay. Well, here's my thing. I am not going to complain because after we get off, I'm gonna explain to y'all what's gonna happen, and I'm going to probably pass out that evening. I'm just gonna let you know.
Okay.
I'm gonna pray that I can make it through the game.
Oh.
That's how bad it's gonna be. And I have to go to the game. For anybody who needs tickets to the Eagles game on September 25th, that's in the DMV area, hit me up in my inbox. Lady Antoinette, I'm on IG, all of that. I got the hookup.
So we've been kicked off of TikTok temporarily.
Again?
I ain't say nothing.
When I went to go put us on TikTok, last week.
Today, it could have been one of either one of y'all.
No. We went on today because when I went to go put us on last week, that shit wasn't happening. When I removed TikTok, then I was able to go through on IG and on the other ones. So.
It might be you.
Nah, not this time. I usually put positive shit on TikTok. Yeah, that's because we weren't on it last
Right.
week.
That's all. Like I wasn't even here, but y'all weren't on TikTok, so don't try to blame me.
But yeah, so that might be AC3 weekend too, so I might not be here anyway.
Okay, that's fine.
It's my mom's birthday weekend and it's my AC3 week. So if I'm not here, if I'm not spending time with my mother, then I'll be in Atlanta.
Acting the fool. Okay.
I'll be taking pictures and I'll be doing video.
And then acting the fool.
No, I usually don't act the fool on those. I gotta be sober most of the time because the equipment costs too much. Yeah. I need to make sure. I need to make sure people tell me. Here's the funny thing. At events, I rarely drink. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I was talking about after that was over.
Nah. Cause I gotta carry. Cause you know I gotta carry that backpack around. That shit's heavy.
Yeah.
That motherfucker heavy. But yeah, I'm usually at events like that. I'm usually sober. Now when I come home, it'll be something different.
I don't know who he's talking to.
But
Thinking out loud.
So CP3, what you got going on tomorrow, man? Let's
Tomorrow
wind this down.
night, Sports on the Hill podcast as always. We talking Commanders, Victory Monday, first win of the season. We have myself, Dude Janae will be making his new season debut. I think DC's Super Champ and Robbie G will be back from his summer long vacation with the fam. So we have almost a full crew in the house. Probably maybe talking a little bit of hockey.
Did you want to give a shout out to that special person today?
Who's your special person?
I have football trolls that, because I try to be on the optimistic side. I don't want to get in a negative person all the time when it comes to the team.
Oh, okay.
So, I had a young lady that I've had on our show before. That I've done some shows with before.
What's her name?
What's her name?
Miss Brittany. See, I know what you call her. Miss Brittany Donald. You have the audacity. No, she's not.
Oh.
She sounds like it though.
You have the audacity to tag me in a post on social media when the game isn't even over yet.
And what she say?
Oh, she was because she's one of those negative Nancy fans that always find the negative out of no matter what. And I try to give a different perspective, so she tags me in the post that I came when they went down to when they came back, when I had them tag me in the post that I can't wait to hear the excuses from Carol Porter after this game. So I proceeded to engage in the convo since she wanted to tag me in it. And as I was schooling her, they took the lead.
Yeah, sure.
And won the game.
So they didn't lose the game, right? They won.
No, as I said, the game
So
isn't over.
has she said anything since then? Has you said
No,
she
she's come on some of my posts and now she's tried to, agree with some of the stuff I say. 'Cause I kept on telling her, obviously you're not following my page because I don't sugarcoat shit. I tell you the truth. I give you the knowledge and the insight.
Did you tell her to shut the fuck up?
No, I done done that too many times.
Wait.
Because I troll her on her page because she puts up so much negative stuff. So I don't say shut the fuck up, but the knowledge and the way I say it, that's pretty much the gist of what you're getting when I'm saying. So it's cool. It's week 1. I know you're frustrated. Like I said, most of y'all fans are under the abused spouse syndrome. You're in a bad relationship that you don't know how to get out of. All you do is whine about it on social media. Oh, my boyfriend cheated on me. I need to get out of here. He's not doing me right. This is the same thing with the football team. Oh my, my owner sucks. There's a curse over this team. They're never going to win. But you're still supposedly a fan. How? You're an abused spouse. Leave. Seek shelter. Seek therapy.
This is the problem.
Because, but what else could you align it with of some of these fans that do nothing but whine online? And like you choose to be a fan, and they're not telling you with a gun in your head like you're going to root for us, damn it, or you can go somewhere else. If it's tradition is who you know, then shut the fuck up.
See, this is why.
I'm just saying.
Have you ever been in love?
CP3, have you ever been in love?
I think so.
No.
I can honestly say I had been in love. I fucked it up.
In love or you love the person? There's two different things.
I was actually in love. I learned the difference between being in love.
Oh, okay.
So I was actually in love one time, but I found a way to fuck it up.
Is that the girl that you put on your
Nope.
profile?
Nope.
That was something else. That was just something. That was,
I'm sorry. No, I remember.
I might need a video break after that.
Cause she might be listening.
I'm sorry.
Yo. You know what the funny thing is? That's the one that was like, my name. Hi, my name is.
She hit you with the Slim Shady for real.
I know the name.
No, it was Facebook friends. That's why I just.
No, it was.
I remember that. I'm not trying to call you out.
It's
No, but that.
No.
It was good while it lasted. That was a good. That was a good
Girl, where's she from?
That was a good
Minnesota?
Indiana.
Indiana?
Yeah,
Oh, I remember that motherfucker.
Yeah, he was missing.
I mean, we still, sort of communicate. Hey man, that was cultivating thing. I was about to relocate.
Are you trying to be a white girl, right?
You know how cheap shit is in Indiana? I was about to say.
But let me tell y'all.
Visit. You put up a picture
But-
and we got nothing.
Lady answer that. Let me tell you how petty this nigga is. This Negro is.
See her
So,
mentally, expeditiously, like Tia.
so when he was down there in Indiana, I don't think I was in Texas. So when he was down there in Indiana, I was somewhere. I remember waking up and he's cursing somebody out while he's.
But that's what broke the radio silence. We heard absolutely nothing, and then he started cussing.
And then he told. I can't even say what he said on here, but it involved eating child pornography.
It was a crazy week. That was the week that was the day that Alex Smith that they picked up. So I ended up doing a Facebook Live, going with the breaking news because I got the word before anybody else did, and somebody decided they wanted to troll. So I don't have no problem calling you out. I will give you my address.
But you can't go radio silence and then.
I was in the middle of something.
Clearly.
But here's the thing. Let me tell you something. When I have to call you to be the voice of reason, that's a bad call. Cause I'm like, well, damn. If he's that, for me to be like, yo, this dude went a little too far here. That says a lot.
If you got a problem, here's my address. Come pull up, motherfucker.
But you weren't even there.
But that isn't the first time I done told that motherfucker. So I mean, cause that's my thing, and that's cool.
So you just gonna sit him there for no reason?
Nah, I mean, when I was home, I told him come pull up. I'm here. I tag my locations on my page while I'm there, not after I leave.
You know what?
So if you want to pull up, that's fine. Just remember, you pulled up.
Well, what happened with her? Because I remember she had a bob.
Now we just being messy.
Jay want the details.
We still speak every now and then. I'm on good terms with it.
She was on. One day we were talking about it, and then she was like, "My name is Hi." My name.
Like,
oops.
She actually, recognized the mistake she made. She recognized the mistake she made. So that's what it is.
Y'all both made
mistakes. And I don't go backwards. So.
Did you make mistakes too?
Nah, she fucked this up.
Was she white?
Yeah.
She was white.
Yeah,
I remember. She had a bob. I remember.
Yeah, she had some underlying issues she had to do. She went to therapy. It's like I had to go to therapy. So she's
So
doing a lot better now. She's got a good job. She
You don't want to go back?
He said he don't want to go back.
Nah, then she got custody of her kids.
You don't want to be stuck there?
Like 14, 17, 19. I ain't got time for that shit. Knocking them little niggas out.
If she's 19, you ain't gotta take care of them.
But they still living there. That means I ain't got time for that shit. They gonna try to, this my mama.
This one right here.
I done been there before.
We need to change.
But I think out of all the women you really you really loved her. Because I remember you.
No. There was the lady in Texas that he had in Texas. That was his boo.
That's before I was on social media.
Put it all out there. Oh my God.
I done put it out there. Hey man. I told you I'm working on the project.
Was the lady in Texas?
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the boo. That's the boo.
We already know who
that's the
talking
boo.
about when he said he was in there.
Yeah, that's the boo.
Wow.
Yeah, we was there. I had a couple I've been in love with.
No.
Couple.
But with her, I didn't fuck it up with her. That was just a distance.
It's gonna happen. You gonna find
You wild
somebody
boys,
you love.
if you think.
No, she was in Africa, bro. That shit killed me when she got transferred down.
You gotta get it out of
Well, go seek her.
I was in year 15 in the job trying to get my 20. I wasn't
It
going.
doesn't matter.
I was trying to train when she was in Texas. Everything was cool. I was going to transfer down there, but then they transferred her to Africa for 6 months out of the year. That shit was crazy.
You could have transferred still to Texas.
Hey, I'm done. She
said he
bugged
don't
up
know
with some fuck boy from the city.
Yeah.
No, when the last time I talked to her, that's what she told me. She bugged up with some fuck boy, took him down there. And
So she told you he was a fuck boy.
I mean, from the shit that he was doing, and I said, "It sounded like he caught you a fuck boy." She's like, She didn't have the best of taste before I got her in the first place. I took her from another nigga.
You was out of control.
No, but I had to take her from another fuck boy.
You had to take her. First of all, the fact that you just said that lets me know.
I told
You know, this conversation is getting worse.
But I'm saying the fact that you think that's okay.
Physically take her. The cornball that she was with, and my words to her made her realize that she was making a mistake by still fucking with that cornball.
You know what?
She stopped fucking.
But at the end of the day, I feel like you still in love with her. Just seek her. Go reach out to her.
I don't go backwards. That ship had sailed.
You know what?
That was over. That was over 20, almost 20 years ago.
What that mean? Sometimes people go back.
She ain't reached out. She ain't even on social media no more.
But that's what you should reach
out. I'm good. I don't go back. You know, if it didn't work out the first time, it ain't gonna work out again. People are who they are.
All right. Yeah.
Well, check me out on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays on First String Podcast. Just go on YouTube, look it up, like and subscribe. I'm here. We'll all be here Sunday, right?
Yeah, Sunday we do have a guest coming.
We all gonna be here Sunday, right?
I'll be this Sunday on the road.
Yeah. So Sunday we'll be here.
Okay.
This one, hopefully he'll act right. I'm sorry, he probably will act up, but we're gonna try to get him to act right, y'all.
That lady Antoinette's skin is popping. She looks so beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I was in the little sun a little bit today. / rain.
Yeah, we'll have a guest. I'm gonna confirm. We'll have a guest. I'm trying to get China Pink in here. She's been doing movies on. She had a show on Rise Radio. That's why I know. I used to engineer her show. And then she has her own business. She's an actress. She has several movies that's on YouTube right. Not YouTube, but Tubi right now. So I talked to her. We set it up for I think the 18th. So because I was going to actually book somebody else. I was going to try to book the game night lady for that, but then she said she was available. So I was like, okay. So then I'll try to get the game night lady like the week after.
You mean October?
Yeah. So.
The week after is the weekend in question.
So, other than that, that's about it.
Yeah.
Oh shit. No, I don't have no new music from Renegade.
I'm confused. Tampa and the Dallas Crybabies are 3-3 right now. I don't know what just happened.
Fuck Tom Brady.
Goddamn,
Y'all know that was not Tom.
Dallas Cowboys have the most loyal fans. They ass will never win shit.
Yeah.
But they loyal.
Yeah, before I go up there and play this last video, I put up a meme and it was like, damn, Queen Elizabeth was the last person to see the Dallas Cowboys. The last person alive to see the Dallas Cowboys win the Super Bowl.
Oh, goddamn Queen Elizabeth, fuck her ass. Don't put me on camera for that. If I be a celebrity.
Right.
No, I don't want to play this.
Look at he glued too.
I get my weed from Baghdad. Hop on a plane, get jet lag. My brother be swiping off Cash App. Your bitch just send me your cash tag. I hit your bitch and you mad. You don't want smoke, then pass that. Keep me 2 Glocks like Mad Max. Have an XO, but I got a tax. I want a Glock 40. I just might tax short. I'm taking the bitches, feel like Rick and Morty. I'm cocking my glick and clicking, then I'm going. When it's raining, it's pouring. Think it's gonna rain in the morning. They're gonna feds, they extorting. Can't keep a bitch, they annoying. Talking my shit like I'm Conan. Drip on me, yeah. Drip on me.
say that she love me, but I cannot say the bitch. Hold it together, no paper clip. All of my feelings be rushing in. Clutching my Glock and my FM. She get me top in the West End.